Alright, so there once was a day not that long ago when I'd go to San Diego Comic-Con every single year and bite and bust Dwight's balls and Jesse's balls going, dude, come on. Give us some more Marvel Legends. We were lucky if we got 6 sets of Marvel Legends a year. If you come in my toy room, half the room on the bottom shelf is Marvel, half the room is DC. The DC shelf was full years ago and the Marvel shelf was empty. Well, the tides have shifted. Now I got way too many Marvels. I guess I'm good with DC. Who knows what's going to happen with that? Well, hopefully McFarlane will do a good job and make a bunch of the same figures over and over like they continue to do. But this video isn't about DC. It's about Marvel. And if you're wondering why it's taking so long to get these videos up, it's because I'm over it. They're making way too much. I know this shit's going to go on clearance. You wait. I got these things for 16 bucks each instead of 20 bucks each, which is usually 22 bucks each after tax. And then you see some of these YouTube channels and guys on Instagram, they're like, obviously they're new collectors. They just haven't figured it out yet. They got to be the first person. I don't know why that matters. Just go and enjoy what you have. And when you see the rest of the shit on sale, then go ahead and pick it up. They'll buy this shit at the comic book store for even more than that, like 22 bucks a figure, or Big Bad went up to like 22 bucks a figure. I just don't play that game anymore. You really don't have to. If you can save a little bit on your collection, well then your collection's a lot cooler. I'd rather have the same collection than that guy for $1,000 less. It just hold out, guys. This shit's going on clearance. Like I got a ton of shit that I got on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, on sale. Probably paid half of what those other guys on YouTube channel when they were so proud to get it and be the first one. Guess what? You were the first one. You bought it for 40 bucks. I bought it for 20 bucks. I'd rather be the last one and save 20 bucks. Let's check these things out. Alright, I'm sure you know how this works by now. I got them lined up from my favorite to my least favorite. I put all my comparisons out here, all the figures I want to do side by sides with. We'll go ahead and start down here with my favorite figure in the set, this Rescue. We have it in the comic book version, which I hope that you do. You had to buy this thing on eBay or be in one of their stupid collector clubs to get it. I think I got this thing. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you. It was like 80 something dollars for this. I really like this figure. I'm glad that I have it. It sucks that I had to pay 80 bucks to get it. I'm sure they're going to remake it someday. And then all the guys that spent 80 bucks or join their club will get burned because that's just what they like to do. I've already shown you this figure, so we'll go ahead and take this one. She does come with an extra backpack, so if you want the wings out, you put this thing on it. If you don't want the wings out, you put this thing on it. If they would have given you an unmasked head with this, I probably would have bought 2. I would have displayed one unmasked because that's what they just love to do. They pay these actors and they take the mask off. I hate that. Keep the mask on. I hate when they take the mask off in the movie. This is a cool option. I'm glad that they gave us both, but I only bought one, so I'm going to display it this way instead of this way. This thing's going in the accessory drawer, and this thing's going on the shelf. I love this figure. I think they did a great job on the sculpt, a great job on the paint. And then if everybody's going, God, I wish we had an unmasked head. Yes, this head will fit on it, but the neck is really long. It doesn't work, so she'll look like a giraffe. So basically, it will not work because it just looks unbelievably stupid. This is the only Pepper figure that you got, and then you have 2 different rescues. You have the comic book one and the non-comic book one. My next favorite figure in the set is Beta Ray Bill. Yes, I have tons of great Beta Ray Bills. When I say ton, I mean 2 other ones. But Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorite characters. You could make Beta Ray Bill all day long, and I'll buy every single one and be happy about doing it. That's why he's my favorite figure in the set, clearly because he's Beta Ray Bill. I think they did a great job on this. What I like about this is that they didn't do the same classic costume. They put him in a new costume. When you guys remake characters you've already made and you put them in a new costume, it doesn't bother me at all. It's when you make figures that you've already made, like Union Jack down here, then that's when it starts to bother me. For a side-by-side comparison, let me pull out this one, which I still like this one a little bit better than the new one just because I like this costume better than this one. This is a better action figure than this one. But I highly recommend that you get both of these things in your collection just because this is like the classic Beta Ray Bill. This is the new modern Ray Beta Ray Bill, which I really like. And then you have this really old one down here with like really weird and dated articulation on it. I'm trying to get him to where he's on the stand. I love this figure. Once again, it's Beta Ray Bill. He's kind of pre-posed, which is cool with me. He looks great. He looks great on the shelf. He's Beta Ray Bill. My next one in the set, which you're going, God, this was your 3rd favorite, is this Rock Python, which the figure sucks. It's just basically another figure that you already have, like the majority of the shit that they do. It's a figure that you already have, repainted, so now it's a new character. he's another figure in the Serpent Society. There's tons of really cool characters in the Serpent Society, but they can't make those because that would require tooling. So basically the Serpent Society is just a bunch of repainted figures with a new head, which sucks. Hopefully they'll do the cool figures in the Serpent Society, like the chick with the snake arms or the guy with the snake body, or do something cool at some point to actually round out the Serpent Society and start giving us figures that we want. I went ahead and pulled out all the other characters in the Serpent Society for you can kind of see which ones you need. It's this one, Madam Hydra. She's supposed to be in there. I'm pretty sure this is Copperhead. Just cool. It's rounded out. They just got to make some cool ones. Like if you look at every one of these figures, it's a figure you already have, just repainted to make a character that you don't have. There's Rock Python, third favorite one in the set. Then you have this War Machine. This War Machine is absolutely amazing. Every single War Machine they gave us, I like. They just kept getting better and better and better. The toys were getting better. The suits were getting cooler in the movies. I love this thing. They think they killed it. Then they also made this in the Iron Patriot costume. I don't have that. Probably wait for clearance to get that, so I probably won't get it for a while. But this thing is really cool. The guns clip on, so you can take those off. I don't know why you'd want to. I absolutely love this figure. This is the first one that they made, which this was really cool at the time. The only reason why I still like it is because it has a flip-up mask, which is definitely a cool touch. I really, really enjoy that. And I can't remember which was the second one that they made. If it was this one, I think this is the third one that they made. Once again, another cool action figure is War Machine. He wore all these different costumes in the movie, so that's why when they make it, it doesn't sting at all. Like, he wears a new costume in the movie. I want the new costume. I knew that was going to happen at some point. Here's the other War Machine. I highly recommend all of these figures. This War Machine, they're all great action figures, and they're all going to look great on your shelf. Let me get this Sersi since she was next. The Sersi figure, they made her in the comic book version. I've already did a review on her, so if you want to check her out, you can. But so you have a comic book one and you have a movie one. This figure's really, I mean, it's a good figure. It just, she's a boring character. She's like a filler. I did want it. It's like no big deal. The little blasters like clip on her hands. You can take those off. I don't know why you would do that, because then she'd be a really boring figure. So we'll go ahead and leave her on. And then you have this Union Jack. I was totally cool with the Union Jack that I have. Of course, I don't like those ball hips. That's something that I've always hated. Like, that's always bothered me. You got to spin them to get them right around the way that you want. And then they have the ball shoulders, not the really annoying one. These are like the semi-annoying ones. I still kind of like the old Union Jack. The new Union Jack is definitely an upgrade. The new Union Jack also, it has everything that the other one has. It's got a holster. You can put the gun in the holster. It's got a knife holster or a sleeve. You can put the knife in the sleeve. And this one did the same shit. So they're basically the same exact thing. I mean, they're slightly different colors. I don't know if Union Jack has ever wore a different costume. It would have been cool if, you know, I don't think he has, but I think that's why we just got the same one over. You see the old one's almost just as cool as the new one. I'm sure that this guy probably got up to like $100 on eBay, so they said, screw it, let's make them, because there's obviously demand. Now, Union shelves flood in the shelves like Sersi, and I don't know who else is on there. Then you have the Build-A-Figure. Normally the Build-A-Figure is my favorite figure, but this Hulk, that's not the Hulk that you wanted from the movie. It's the Hulk that they chose to give us. He does come with two heads, which I do like this figure. It's just like he didn't really look like this in the movie. The only time he took his shirt off is when he was raging, and then so he doesn't have a mad head. He has a Bruce head, so they could have given us like a mad head and then a Bruce, like a normal head, which, I mean, that would have been cool. But they give you two like boring Bruce heads. If they would have given us this thing with clothes on and a couple tacos in the hand, this would probably be my favorite figure in the set. If they would have given us the one that Marvel Select has given us, whether he actually has the suit that he wore in the movie, then he would have been my favorite figure in the set. But instead they give you like the Hulk that didn't really make any sense. But I guess they didn't know at the time. That's the reason why we got this. This is the worst version of Hulk they've ever did. The Smart Hulk, he was really boring in the movie. Didn't do anything cool in the movie at all. He's like my favorite figure and favorite character, and he just, I don't know, he laid flat. I went ahead and pulled out some of these other ones for comparisons. This is the one where he wears the pants that were actually in the movie. Oh, I'm trying not to tip over all these Lokis that I got lined up. This Hulk figure was cool. This one's definitely better with the hair on his chest. They redid this thing, of course, because it's a Build-A-Figure, and you don't really have to buy the whole set to get the Build-A-Figures anymore because they'll just keep remaking them. So if you miss this, don't worry. In a year or two, they'll remake this in a 2-pack with a figure that you already have, which seems to be the pattern. I don't know how they can do that with Build-A-Figures, but they just don't care about the collectors. Then if you want a really cool figure, you get the Marvel Select one. I love the scale on this. I love everything about this. They completely killed it. I love that toy. And coming down last and definitely least, this Loki figure. This figure, man, I mean, he just looks so fucking generic. Like, he just looked like, yes, this is a cool costume. Yes, I don't have another figure that has this exact costume on. Yes, he does wear this costume, but god damn, look at him. He's so fucking bright and corny and boring. Like, nothing's sculpted on. It's once again a figure, a toy that you already have, repainted with a new head on it to give you a character that you already have. So that's why he's my least favorite in the set. Then you have this one, which I thought this one was cool. He's still he's still really good. I like him more than the new one. I was trying to go through my Loki collection and say, who can I take it out of my comic book Lokis so I can trim down the fat a little bit, and I still need every single one of these on my shelf. Then you have this one, which I thought was really cool. Like, I mean, he actually looks like a badass on this one. I think this is still a great toy. He doesn't have those balls in here. This is when they were trying to mix shit up. I love this action figure. And then you have these two where they did them like they used to always do every case. They'd send out one set, which I thought was a great idea, but then you ended up spending twice the money. So they give you this one, and then they give you a new variant case, which they'd basically make every single figure in the case, and they would change something about them. So if you're really stupid like myself, you'd buy both of them. There's a collection, there's a comparison, there's a figure. Thank you guys. It's almost Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. You're getting a lot of Christmas videos this year because I'm trying to get caught up for the first of the year. Thanks for watching.